Hey everyone, welcome to this week's video. We're going to do a Q&A with questions that you guys submitted to us through Instagram.
We haven't done a Q&A on YouTube for so long. This is so overdue. So if you guys want to be involved in our next Q&A, be sure to follow along on Instagram at Hailey Devine and Bradley Devine. But for now, we're gonna go ahead and dive into the questions. How do you intend to decorate the new house?
The main thing we wanted our house to be when we were designing it, perfectly imperfect. We really wanted it to be a place of gathering, of just like laughter and just good times. And we didn't want it to feel like a museum. And so a lot of the things that we did put into the house were like, okay, can you spill juice or stuff on that? You can? Okay, that's perfect. Yeah. Can you know, if this got cracked or dented, is that gonna be okay and still have that, you know, the same look and not damage the look? And so yeah, we did like a lot of like cements and all this stuff. So
yeah, down to like our flooring. Like our flooring we chose, it's brand new, but we went for a more historic vibe so that if it gets like rugged or dented, it just adds more character to it. Yeah.
We have a life of kids, and you know, that's our happiness, and so we want them just to have their childhood and to have fun and everything. So
yeah, get messy and have toys everywhere, do their thing. Next question, the girl's birth story. How did you know you wanted more than just Brad in the room? I just always wanted my mom and your mom in there.
You always pictured it that way.
Yeah. For Lucy's birth, we planned on just having Brad and then our two moms, but it ended up being like such a grueling delivery. I was pushing for 3.5 hours. And so my sister Erica ended up coming in from the hallway just cause like we needed some additional help. I needed some cheerleaders, and my brother was in there filming. He was kind of like a fly on the wall, but also giving me so much positive encouragement.
Yeah, he was behind her.
Yeah, he didn't
so it didn't get awkward.
Yeah. Anyway, when I delivered with Lucy and had all those cheerleaders in the room, and when she was actually born and everybody celebrating with us, it just confirmed that I wanted to do that again with Greta, but invite all of my sisters in there. And so, I don't know, I think even for the next baby, I'm like, let's just bring in the whole family. It was just, I don't know, it was such a fun way.
Let's just live stream it. Let's put it out there. Yeah.
GoPro on my foot. What duties are you and Brad each over, home and business?
I think Hailey has majority though of the work side of things, unless it comes to like editing, then we definitely tandem.
You do a lot too though, like you're the one behind the camera.
Yeah, it's just different.
You shoot all the content pretty much.
Yeah, you guys see a lot of Hailey in front, but I'm usually behind. And then when it comes to the kids, we're really good at delegating and just spreading.
It's taken a lot of practice of figuring out like who wears what hats at what time.
A lot of practice, a lot of arguments, a lot of just trial and error. A
lot of growing pains.
But then I would say also, I don't know, I feel like, I think a lot of like the home responsibilities I take care of as well. But when it comes to doing it, you're good at telling me to do it.
Good at reminding me. No, but Brad's usually like dish duty man. I do more of like the laundry.
Domestic dad.
Like I'm not usually the one behind the sink doing the dishes. That's Brad, and
I don't know.
And he's never done a load of laundry.
There's parts I don't touch.
We have our own like things that like we just do in the house, and we learned really early on. But there's a lot of stuff that we both do, like editing our videos and stuff. Like we just take turns. Favorite kid activities in quarantine?
I thought I was going to say favorite kid.
Favorite kid.
Favorite kid.
Activities. Luckily, we live in Utah where the CDC still says that we can go outside for essentials, which includes exercise. And so the kids have been riding their bikes in the driveway. We
did like bubbles. We went outside and played with some bubbles, and that was super fun.
I also got them like markers to play with in the bath in their own tubs of soap. They love making potions in the bath. They always get into like my nice body wash and like dump it all out, and it drives me nuts. And so they got their own like little $2 things of soap so that they can make potions and just make a mess in the bath. I feel like bath has been our saving grace. They'll just go in there and just like get their Shopkins, make potions, and like right on the walls of the tub.
It's been like 40s in the 40s, going up to 50s and 60s now here, so there's not too much like water stuff we can do outside, and so the tub has been awesome. We also bought a little table that has Duplo, so like Lego, the bigger Lego thing on top of it, and so the girls can go and sit at the table and just create stuff on this Lego table, and that's been really fun too. So they're able to build like little hospitals or just pretend with each other on that Lego table.
The other thing that they have loved playing with is kinetic sand, and I actually love it because it's not like Play-Doh where it dries out. They've been getting their Easter eggs and filling it with sand with like little Shopkins inside and then busting it open, and so it's like a Hatchimal thing. But I don't know, I'm just trying to come up with more things for them to do that's not on the TV. You know, we've been trying to come downstairs and not turn on the TV right away in the morning and have more like imagination, craft time. Yeah. And I feel like that's really broken up the day. All right, what are Lucy and Greta's middle names? Lucy is Lucy Grace and Greta is?
Jade Sarah. I'm just kidding.
Greta Jade. All right, first place you want to travel once things are back to normal. Brad, go.
I want to go to Disneyland.
That's what I was gonna say. Brad, these are questions for you.
Okay.
Top 3 movies. You have 5 seconds to answer.
Crap. I love Tron because it's a sci-fi stuff. I love the classic Batman with Joker, Heath Ledger. I think that's a really good movie. I can't think of the last one. This is like when you ask what's my favorite music. I don't know, Hook. It's a classic.
Okay. I feel like that would be hard to do.
Okay. Your 3 favorite movies.
About Time, Toy Story Trilogy, or Quadrilogy.
Okay. Quadrilogy.
Specifically Toy Story 3. Okay. Cry Like a Baby. Dan in Real Life.
Oh, that's a really good one.
And Father of the Bride 1 and 2.
See, all of those
probably
really...
my next. Top 3 favorite treats or snacks at Disneyland.
Dole Whip, anything at Bengal Tiger,
okay.
Like those asparagus. Okay, and then Halloween time, Golden Horseshoe, churro sundae goodness.
That is
and
really good.
Okay, and you? So what's your 3 favorite things at Disneyland? Snack.
Cream cheese filled pretzel, especially in the winter time. It's just like gooey and delicious. Popcorn actually has become one of my favorites. And Matterhorn macaroon at the Jolly Holiday. How do I choose? How is the Dole Whip not in my top 3? Because I love the Dole Whip, but I just have grown to love the popcorn.
Tokyo Disney, mochi, alien heads.
Yeah, those
Forever
are so
and
good.
Always.
And the, what was the popcorn that we loved? The curry popcorn.
Curry popcorn.
At Tokyo Disney will blow your mind. I'm not even a curry person.
Disney World, the Yeti restaurant.
What is that? Yakking Yeti at Animal
Anything
Kingdom.
there, super good.
What is the style of furniture you're going for in the new place? You guys have to let us know if you want to see this. We actually have all of our furniture ordered. It's in a warehouse right now. And we're using like a few things from this house, but for the most part, our new place is gonna be completely different. And it's more like rugged, I don't know how to explain it, like minimal, rugged.
Everything that's in Hailey's
kind of industrial. Yeah, it's like raw woods, concretes, faux leathers, faux like sheepskin rug things. Anyway. All right, next question. How to travel to countries where you don't speak their language? This is a great question.
Okay, let's do an example of somewhere we went to. So Japan.
Google Translate was our best friend because you can literally, it's crazy. It has a camera in the app that you just like hover it over the kanji and it turns into English writing.
It's like a live video and then it changes all the writing to English.
Also, something that I learned from my first time going to Japan, because I went all by myself for the first time for a business trip when I was, what, 21?
Yeah.
And I went out into Tokyo by myself, which was such an adventure. But I got the advice to keep the hotel written on a piece of paper, like the address in Japanese. So I got it from
a card, like a contact card from the help desk.
Yeah, so I went out with a contact card, so if I got lost, I could always like grab a taxi in the city and like just show the card and be like, take me here.
And try learn some of the basics of their language.
Definitely.
They appreciate it. They, you know, even if it's just hello, thank you, they appreciate you trying to speak their language. This is fun. I love these questions.
I know, it's fun. You seem to have a good relationship with Brad's family. What's your secret? Honestly, I just married into a really good family. There's no secret here. I love them like they're my own family. Okay, next question. What are your guys' hobbies on your own and together?
Mine is, I love skateboarding, I love soccer, just outdoor activities, and Hailey, what we do together. We do snowboarding together, bike riding together, eating, people watching together,
Disneylanding
card
together.
games together, Disneying together.
We do love playing games, I will say that. And then I would say like the one activity that I do that you don't do is I love sewing. I don't do it that often, but for like the first 5 years of our marriage, I hand sewed all of our costumes. And so that was like a tradition I always did. I should probably start picking it back up because it was really fun, but it was kind of expensive. I feel like it was last year that I realized, oh, I can actually buy these costumes for cheaper than making them. Okay, how many questions are we doing? This is a lot. We'll just keep going.
We got 2.
Lucy's upstairs doing her homeschool online and Greta's napping. Are you going to be traveling less as your kids grow up and move up in school? It's actually so interesting with all this quarantine stuff. I was telling Brad this last night, how like it's been my goal to want to just spread out our roots and be at home a little bit more. And this has been the perfect opportunity to do that. I feel like as a content creator, it's hard because we always want to be creating like this beautiful like travel content, and we do love traveling. But I'm just getting this itch for wanting to be home more. But I guess we'll just kind of play it by ear at the same time. We want to continue to travel, but probably not as intensely as we have been these last few years.
Yeah, I think we're trying to make just things more intentional instead of just chasing that like, I've been to this X amount of countries and whatever.
Okay, if you had
Periods.
superpowers.
If you had super periods.
Do you want me to go to another one?
If you had superpowers, Hailey, you would?
Teleport.
Oh, fly.
Great.
Oh, well,
Both
no,
forms of transportation.
I get hurt a lot, so I'd be like Wolverine and be able to heal.
I feel like you would be the person who could communicate with anyone, like animals and everything, like know every language.
Because I just talk so much. Now I want to talk to animals because humans aren't enough.
Humans are no longer listening. Next question, going with the flow. You guys seem to be so good at this. We're not all the time. This is something we're always learning. And I just feel like finding humor and everything. What?
We are always learning?
What, just me?
I've always been good at going with the flow.
Okay, Brad's always been good at going with the flow.
I'm always telling you, just like, whatever happens, happens. Say it, okay, say it.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay.
I know, but
Look,
I am saying though, like the humor in the relationship, right? Like
yeah, no,
not
no,
to trip over dumb things and just to laugh about it. Like I feel like that's what I'm constantly always having to learn. Like shiz hits the fan, you laugh, you don't cry. So what makes you love Disney so much?
Me?
Yeah.
The freaking magic.
Yeah, but what do you mean?
Just like, I love just the theme of it all, and I'm for it all, and the music, just all of it. And then just seeing like as a family that you can do it together.
That's what I was gonna say. That's my favorite thing, is it's not like going and doing something just for the kids. It's like literally all of us are enjoying ourselves.
We can all get stoked
like,
about seeing Mickey.
It's so fun. Like I just freaking love it. Also, it's super nostalgic to me. Like the smells, the music, all of it reminds me of being a little kid. So I feel like every time I go to Disney, I am revisiting my childhood.
Okay, I have a question for you. That's popped up a couple of times. How do you, Hailey, deal with negativity on social media?
Honestly, it's hard because I feel like you can have like 1,000 really nice comments, and then there's one comment that's said and it just like stings. It can like hit you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it even knocks the wind out of me, because I feel like the things that we share are so vulnerable, and it's just like our life. So when somebody has something nasty to say, it really hurts. But I used to just like leave it alone and just like be like, oh, it's not gonna hurt me. But as I left it there, it like festered and more people started commenting. And so what we've done now is pretty much just delete anything negative that comes in. Brad's actually really good at it, like on our YouTube. He'll just like go in and delete stuff, and I just don't even know about it half the time. And I think just knowing that, you know, you could be the ripest peach in the world and there's still gonna be somebody who doesn't like peaches. So I think just being unapologetically yourself and, you know, not apologizing for the things that make you you. Okay, this is a fun one. We'll end on this one because this is getting lengthy. Okay, curious to know what your family life was like growing up, Brad.
If I picked one word, it would be adventurous.
Mm-hmm.
My mum's from Chile, dad's from England. So there's an adventure of how they met together. And then when I was younger, my dad, he was on the European PGA. And so he actually opened up a golf course in Poland, in Warsaw. So if you're from Poland, I don't know how to say hi in Polish, but hi. And so we actually moved to Poland for 6 months. We were constantly moving around, and yeah, with my dad's work, and then we moved to Chile for a little bit, and then we moved to the States, and then here we moved a couple of times as well. And so my childhood was I loved it. I was very close with my siblings, and with my parents, and just have a lot of adventures kind of around the world.
My family life growing up was I am the caboose baby in the family. All my siblings are close, and there's like 6.5 years, and then there's me. And you'd think that there would be a huge disconnect, but I actually was very close with my siblings. I remember being maybe like 6 and going and staying at my sister's dorm up in college. And I was just the baby, and I loved it because I got so much attention. I got played with so often. From
all the boyfriends and girlfriends that trying to win you over.
Yeah, like all my older sister's boyfriends were always like bringing me presents. Like they had to get approved by me. But I will say, like, my parents had a very kind of like lenient style of parenting when it came to me, because I'm the last child, and they put a lot of trust in me. And so I felt like when I got into my teenage years, I never wanted to upset or disappoint them just because I had like a really good relationship with them. They never did like a "you're grounded" thing. And so I feel like that's the parenting style that I want to do with our kids, and have our home live on this trust value instead of like, oh, you're gonna get your car taken away or your phone taken away, or you're gonna be grounded. It's like, no, I'm disappointed in you for breaking the house rules. And so I felt like I had a really fun high school life. I was pretty well behaved, and yeah, I don't know, I feel like you were very similar too, like with your parents.
Yeah, my parents were never, I mean, I didn't even know what being grounded was, and my mum, but I just never wanted to disappoint my mum or my dad. So that is something that I want to install with our girls as well. It's just that trust, and then also not wanting to disappoint them.
So yeah, I think that's something that we're trying to nurture now as our kids are little, is just having that close relationship with our kids, and have it continue to be a place where our kids can just be open and have open dialogue around the kitchen table with mom and dad. And that's something that we really hope. I know that raising teenagers is gonna be crazy.
Everyone with teenagers
different.
right now are like,
they're like but that's like our long-term goals. But anyway, that is a wrap for today's Q&A. Let us know if you guys like this. We'd love to do another one. We could even involve the kids in the next one. That would be really fun.
Just a couple of questions.
Yeah. But yeah, follow us on Instagram at Hailey Devine, Bradley Devine, to submit questions for next time. And be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you know it. And we will have another episode of Making a House a Home on Sunday. We'll see you guys then.